Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Thank you for joining us, my friends. You have found the front lines of the information war. The global awakening is accelerating. It is Monday, the 23rd day of August, 2010. Webster Tarpley, economist and historian, will be joining us to talk about the massive intensification of preparations for war with Iran. The Israeli Knesset said over the weekend that they are preparing for war. That is out of the Jerusalem Post and Haaretz. We'll be discussing that with Webster Tarpley coming up in the next hour. We have other serious news out of the London Independent. Toxic legacy of U.S. assault on Fallujah, worse than Hiroshima. Off the charts increases in cancers and deformities from depleted uranium. The Army's own reports from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s admit this is deadly, not just to the people it's used on, but for the troops that use the weapons as well. So this just goes to the mindset of the globalist. Iraqi bishop says U.S. betrayed country, Christians suffer the most. And so we'll look at the fake withdrawal as well with Webster Tarpley coming up in the next hour as well. Listeners did it again last Friday. This time we had 3 Bilderberg Group associated search terms. All 3 made it into the top slots. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. And then literally hundreds of blogs, scores of newspapers, then wrote reports about Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement, the Obama Deception, both films that exposed the Bilderberg Group and the shadow government. And so hundreds of thousands of people have been exposed to the truth with one fail swoop, with one powerful blow. Good job to everyone taking action on that front. Continuing with other news, there's a PrisonPlanet.com report today. Not only did John P. Holdren in the 70s, the White House science czar, call for sterilization chemicals to be put in the water, forced world population reduction, global government to enforce it. He also, in 2006, wrote about similar things 4 years ago, and now we have a new 1992 document that's been discovered. A publication reaffirms devotion to population control through global effort. And, of course, there's another report here from the BBC. They're going to have a series of broadcasts promoting forced sterilization of people who aren't just mentally ill or who are handicapped, but also those that have shown a history of being criminal, morally unfit, or drinking alcohol. Good enough for Hitler. Good enough for England. So a similar system being promoted there as if it's a wonderful thing. The BBC is now promoting that. And, of course, another Infowars.com article from 2 weeks ago that integrates in with this. Rockefeller Foundation developed vaccines for mass-scale fertility, reproduction, sterilization compounds added to the vaccines. And we know that that is ongoing now. So that is coming up. Also, new Logan searches blasted, TSA test frisking policy, and they always roll it out in a test airport. Normally Boston Logan, for some reason. They put body scanners in there, 5 years ago. Now they're going nationwide last year and this year into every major airport. First they say, well, you can do a pat-down if you want. Now they're saying, well, it's going to be mandatory to be body scanned, and they admit they are saving the images now. In this report, people are getting mad because they now squeeze the breasts, squeeze the genitals, and they don't just lightly frisk. They now train you to have government in your personal space. And I don't know why people are complaining about jail guards getting in trouble for squeezing women's breasts. Actually, I know why they're complaining. They should be. But why are they complaining if this is going on? And we have the newscast showing where they grab women's breasts and actually squeeze them. So now, not only will they record you and your wife and your children naked in the scanners, they'll also squeeze your breast and genitals, training you to submit to tyranny. This is all promoting, of course, forced inoculations and DNA testing. They're just getting you trained for that. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones asking you for a minute of your time to tell you about soap. Not detergents, but good old-fashioned pure soap made by the Cal Ben Soap Company, a family-owned and operated American company. My family, staff, friends, and radio listeners are constantly telling me how much they love these products for bath, hair, laundry, and dishes. There is nothing like these factory-direct, big money-saving, triple-concentrated soaps anywhere. Get a free detailed catalog by calling 800-340-7091 or see them online at 5starsoap.com or Infowars.com. Let's talk to the owner of 5 Star Soap, Marty Schachter, and see what he has to say.
As founder and owner for over 63 years, people keep asking me, how's business? I'm happy to say our business is going down the drain. Call us at 1-800-340-7091. Visit our website, 5starsoap.com, for buying our 1 to 2 month soap sampler. Thank you.
Let me tell you a little bit about one of our great sponsors, HomeGain.com. This is the place to get you started buying or selling a home, finding a realtor, and getting any real estate questions answered. Go to HomeGain.com and see what I'm talking about. All you need to do is type in your home address, and you will get an instant free estimate of your home's value online. This is a great way to be able to monitor the value of your home. And again, it's absolutely free. There are tons of tools to help you. For instance, if you want to remodel your home, go to HomeGain.com. Use their Home Sale Maximizer to help you determine which home improvements can most increase your home's value before you put it on the market. For 10 years, these folks have been helping home sellers and buyers. Visit their link at Infowars.com. Look for Max, the orange Home Gain Gorilla, to help you with any real estate needs you might have. You'll love this site. It's HomeGain.com. HomeGain.com. Check them out today.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. Live from Austin, Texas, broadcasting worldwide, it's Alex Jones.
We are live. It is Monday, 23rd day of August, 2010. Let's dive straight into the news ahead of a deep breakdown of what's happening with the economy worldwide and the massive acceleration with the Israeli Knesset mirroring their propaganda arm, Atlantic Monthly. Last week, they now came out over the weekend and said, we are preparing to strike Iran. We are going to strike Iran. They've now fueled the reactor at Bashir. If it is hit, it could cause a Chernobyl-type reaction. But the system doesn't care. Just 15 years ago, the Pentagon admitted that DU was deadly for our troops that use it, deadly for the areas for billions of years. Where the DU is used, it's now used in hundreds of different types of munitions, not just 2 or 3 different types of munitions like bunker busters and anti-tank weapons fired from Vulcan cannons and A-10 Warthogs or Sabos in Abrams M1A tanks. Now it's being served out even in 223 for M16s and 50 caliber. And they've got major scientific organizations and major newspapers reporting off the chart increases in cancers, not just for the Iraqis, but for our troops. And just like the 9/11 workers, or just like the Exxon Valdez workers, or now the Gulf oil spill workers, when they get sick and start dying, they say, look, no health care for you. Go crawl in a hole and die. We only want to wrap you in the American flag when we bury your butt. We're here to use you. We are the global New World Order takeover system. And that's the bottom line of what's happening here. And we're going to be going over that today. I also want to get into Obama's poll numbers continuing to collapse. And the headline out of the Telegraph, does Barack Obama want to be reelected in 2010? Meanwhile, he's got the Mexican president here again, running around saying he wants semi-automatics banned in America. And it's also being reported by New York newspapers that Mexican police are to patrol New York City, making sure Mexicans aren't discriminated against. Meanwhile, all over the country in Mexico, the police will come to the mayor or to a governor's house or to a U.S. consulate, and they'll walk Mexican government people out, U.S. government people out, and they'll kill you in the street. They'll even rape you and cut your head off as part of their intimidation. And the police are dealing the drugs in Mexico predominantly, and Mexico doesn't care about that. And they rob American citizens. They suck off American citizens. When they catch you down there, they shake you down. That's okay. They're going to come here and tell us to turn our guns in. And they're going to come here and tell us that they're going to patrol the streets of America to make sure nobody discriminates against their La Invasora, their La Reconquista. They're reconquering their invasion. I mean, it's just amazing to see this going on. So I want to go back over some of the latest developments on that front today. And then obviously I talked about some of this yesterday on the Sunday broadcast from 4 to 6 p.m. Central. It's all over the media. It's in my local paper every day. It's all over TV. They're saying part of back to school, but every American needs it, is your H1N1 shot. And they've got tens of millions of dosages that they couldn't get people to take last year. They're just going to push last year's H1N1, an admitted hoax by the British Medical Journal. They've admitted it's a hoax. The European Union Medical Commission admits it's a hoax. They admit it's a tenfold increase in convulsions if you take it. That's mainstream news. And they're just going to run the whole hoax again and hype it up and scare everybody and find a few people that have compromised immune systems or who've got cancer, who die of the flu. They're going to hype it and tell you got to take it. And there's no doubt that in these vaccines, we're seeing massive increases in infertility or full-born sterilization. We're seeing massive increases in cancer, and it's all on the drug insert that it can cause this and do this, and they don't care. They don't care. That's just the way it is. Gardasil, you take it, it kills you. Prozac, you take it, absolutely attacks every organ in your body, including the brain, massively increases suicide, violent tendencies. They don't care. They put it on the insert and push it on you. Just all admitted. It's like all these drug ads I hear. It goes, oh, you having trouble sleeping? Take this. May make you have a heart attack or go crazy. Oh, you have to urinate every few hours? Well, that's not normal. Take this. It may make you a psychopathic killer or give you a heart attack or brain cancer, but so what? On and on and on. We are in a pharmacological dictatorship. And I was thinking about it this weekend. I was looking at my wife's SUV, and it's got a big key down the side of it that she got at a grocery store parking lot. And it happened about a year ago. We haven't fixed it. I mean, we don't really care. Once the car really gets banged up enough over the next 4 or 5 years, we'll probably, get it repainted or something. But we're not, too much, into aesthetics, as long as the vehicle runs well. But it just struck me that the ultimate form of control is drugging people and poisoning people. That's the ultimate form of domination, is controlling who can have children. It's putting things in the water to lower your IQ. That's the ultimate stealth assault. And the globalists, in 1,000 different ways or more, key our brains. It's like a dog that goes over and urinates on somebody's fence post to mark, this is my territory. This is all part of this territorial domination. That's what all of this forced inoculation is about. It's what the TSA, naked body scanning you and your family, your wife, your children, yourself, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father. Now they're enhancing the frisk, and this is in the mainstream news, where they grab your breast and squeeze them to make sure they're not bombs, and they grab your genitals and squeeze them. I'd already seen this on the news. It would show the enhanced pat down, and they go around the woman's breast. Men do this. Women frisk men. Men frisk women. It's all about breaking taboos. That's why the Pentagon admits they now have joint showers